I was going to stream in the morning. I swear I was, and I was so tired that I ended up just like playing random games instead. It was just awful. I was so tired after this week, and I think the pizza I had last night really like wiped me out. Like I don't know, man. Like eating pizza again after such a long like break from it, it's like I really don't think I want to do it again. Like I felt like nasty for like 5, 6 hours after having that. It was crazy. But I don't know. We're all through that now. I've had some like smoothies, and I'm a little bit more raring to go here. I don't know. I it feels like today was a bust, but like I had such a great time anyway. I finished reading an Agatha Christie novel, Death on the Nile. Great, great, great book. Very happy with it. And then I like immediately started reading like Dune Messiah, which by the way, why are these books so expensive? Because I noticed this like when I finished like the original Dune a while back, was that like I was looking into getting the sequels, and like to get all of them on Kindle was like $60. And I was just like, no way, fam. So I just ignore it for the longest time. And then today I'm just like, oh, what am I gonna read next? And I'm just like, well, Dune, let's try that. So I get like Messiah off the shelf at like my bookstore. I take it to the register, and she charges me $50. And I'm just like, why? Actually, it was 53 plus tax. So like $50 for Dune Messiah. It think it's like worth that price point. It's just I don't understand like the obsession with Dune. Like I really don't. Um, People keep telling me it's like one of the all-time greats, and I really don't think so. Especially when you like take into consideration the sequels, like how they like got progressively worse over time. Like even like the Messiah was like very controversial. I was just reading like the foreword by Brian Huber about that. And like to me, I don't know. Going by my first impressions, I think Messiah will actually be a lot better than the original Dune. But that's just my opinion. I don't necessarily know how I'm gonna feel about it as a whole yet. I I don't like Dune's world building. It doesn't feel natural to me. Is that like it wants to be sci-fi, but it has like, oh man, he can see the future, and like the spice reverses aging, and like the Bene Gesserit like have all these it's like it's so ludicrous that like I can't take it seriously. It's like Star Wars, honestly. Like nobody who is a rational human being would call Star Wars sci-fi. Like it's pure fantasy, always was. It's just like in space, and Dune gives me like a lot of the same vibes to that, which is like why I don't like people calling it a sci-fi classic. I just don't. Like I don't know. Like I feel like nobody really understands Dune, because like it seems like I feel like Frank Hubert like really missed the mark on like I find it very interesting how like most people seem to really really love the original, and then like this see the sequel is more polarizing considering like where the story goes. I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious because we know that like Tolkien read Dune the original, but I'm curious if he ever read the sequel. Um, because like to me, I'm starting to piece together like why I don't like Dune, and I think a big part of that is just because like the original just kind of ends before the story really gets going. It's kind of like an origin story for like the story Hubert really wanted to tell. And now that I know where it's going, it's just kind of like it's really interesting because we just had like a similar situation like this with Nick Rekieta, right? where we had this guy who was super well respected, had all this like money and power, and could have done a whole lot of good with it, like go off the deep end and become insane or whatever. Like we had that, and like what happens? You know, the masses like reject him, right? Like again, you can think that like Raketa did good things when he was still popular while still acknowledging his failures later in life, you know, and that's kind of my problem with Dune as a concept is that like, oh man, Ma Dib, Paul, he's done all this shit. Like I don't care, you know? Like everyone does terrible things. It's not like I don't hold that against anyone. Here we go. Okay. Hello, hello. PWR. Yeah. I haven't been watching. I haven't been following the PWR stuff. I don't really care about streamers. You know, I'm actually going out and like doing things. So I don't even know who these people are anymore. You know, like right now, like the big guy who's like trying to spurg out about the Switch. Like, who are all these people who are trying to blame Microsoft raising their prices on Nintendo? That doesn't make any sense, like at all. And yet, that's like the pervasive narrative going into this. Like, YouTubers are trying to tell you that Nintendo is responsible for like Microsoft raising their prices. It's just that's obviously retarded, but yet like that's seriously the narrative they're going with right now. And it's not gonna stick, but like I'm kind of appalled that they even tried. Yeah, I imagine a lot of Canadians are upset with the election. I People keep trying to blame Trump for like conservatives losing, but like I think it might have been another situation where like you know the general population is like rising up and the establishment has to suppress it somehow. That's what I think happened because like there's clearly a lot more energy going on to the right now. It's kind of crazy. It's like some of the stuff you're seeing in America, like that recent like video of that chick like shitting on that kid, you know, that you would not have seen that like 10, 20 years ago. And yet now like people are like encouraging it. Like we're seeing an end to like white guilt in like real time. Like once the black worship ends, it's over. I think like we're in the early stages of that now, and it's entirely the fault of the black community. They can't blame anyone other than themselves for how like they're viewed by the general population. They had every opportunity to like improve their situations, and they just failed at every turn. Uh, and like people know that. Like where's all the Black Lives Money Matters money going? You know, it's to buy the founders new houses, right? It's not like it's not some like mystery as to like what's happening. I hate the fact I haven't looked at that message, but I actually booted this game up the other day and did it. Like, I love that message. I really do. I had like a really bad day on like Thursday or Wednesday or something, and I came home and I saw that, and I'm just like, yes, Miyamoto was there for me. Miyamoto and the boys. Okay. Pikmin 4, the most disappointing Switch game. Uh, I'll have to look. I don't know. I don't have I did I produce a top 10 worst Switch games? I don't know. I don't think so. It's a 7 out of 10. Like calling it like the worst thing ever, I think is kind of exaggerating it. It's definitely better than Pikmin 2. But like uh, I mean, I would say like Age of Calamity is like my most hated Switch game. I cannot stand that game. There's nothing good about it at all. Like other than maybe like giving more screen time to like the champions, because like they really are like underutilized characters. They really should be like Zelda icons considering their role in the story of Breath of the Wild, and yet they're not, and I don't think they ever will be. It's very disappointing. They all should be like considered candidates to be in like the Smash Bros, and they're just not. It really is one of the best SNES games. I can't believe people hate it just because a baby cries. Yeah, people were like downplaying Nintendo games even back then. Like it's no different than how like people complained about the collectibles and Donkey Kong 64 or like the motion controls and Star Fox Zero, right? Like these people like didn't actually play the game and don't really know anything about it. Okay. You get all the items when you so is this how to do it? Is just like memorize where the nearest ones are, so it's not too confusing. Okay. You get two shots, don't you? Whatever. The Wii Party, yeah. Yeah, people see about like, games like Nintendo Switch Sports and like Tamagotchi, and those are going to become like pretty big cult classics. Like, you can see people today, like, talking about how much they enjoyed like Rhythm Heaven and stuff like that back in the day, but those were examples of like hated Nintendo games at the time. Kirby's Epic Yarn, Skyward Sword is a big one, like it's really common for people to spurg out about this stuff. And ARMS is a good example. Like there was the narrative back when the Switch first came out that that ARMS bombed, which is obviously a cope, but yeah, I know. Like these guys aren't hardcore. Like that's something I've been saying. Like I think since the Wii days is that like if you were hardcore, you would like be playing games that actually take skill. Like you wouldn't be like fixated on graphics or online play. You would be like like grinding out like Gradius 3 or something like that. Like these guys, like they don't they don't play like a lot of games. It's crazy. And I don't know. I think people are like seeing through it more and more. It's kind of crazy, like kind of seeing how Arlo is becoming like less and less relevant, like purely because people are seeing through like his typical like behavior. Yeah, I actually went through my eShop list and removed everything, like almost everything on it. Like there's a handful of stuff I definitely want to play, like that I'm gonna be picking up. But like generally speaking, I like every time I look at that like list, I'm just kind of like I don't know when I'm gonna have time to play any of this. When it came to like all those Atelier games, and when it came to like wait, what? Like Arlo just seems like he just goes after low hanging fruit. Like oh I'm gonna complain about the price, like to switch to like. Never mind that I'm a YouTuber who gets things for free. I'm just gonna like just grift off of like people's outrage over it. And it really is just a grift, you know. Like, never believe people. Like again, like why can't these people be genuine about like what's actually causing these price increases? Like, why can't they talk about the economy? Like, why can't they talk about like the real issue, like inflation? Like, instead they just want to blame Nintendo for raising game prices. You know, even after Rockstar confirmed that like we've known that like game prices were going up like for the past couple of years. I would say they were clearly gearing up to do it for the next generation, and they had already like raised the price point to 70 to begin with. So like this idea that it's like some unwarranted thing that came out of that Nintendo just introduced is like laughably retarded. I don't respect that at all. It's so out of touch. RGT 85 won't shut up about Switch 2. How the fuck? I never understood how you were supposed to trigger that. Like every time YouTubers are just they're gonna complain about the price point and then they're just gonna go out and buy the game anyway. Or like in Angry Joe's case, just make themselves look like a dipshit. Like they're gonna complain about the price of games and then turn around and like support even more expensive shit. Uh I hate it when that happens. Like they're like you're seeing like Angry Joe spurg out about the price point for Switch 2, right? But like like 100%, he's 100% going to come out and like play GTA 6, which is going to be like a more expensive game. Like he's gonna do it, and yet he's gonna like simultaneously try and tell you that like, oh, I can't support Switch 2, it's too expensive. It's like, what are you talking about? You're a millionaire. You make money covering video games. Like it's crazy to see like the lengths some of these people are gonna go to like push their narrative. Like Angry Joe still tries to tell people that like Nintendo Switch games are gonna cost 80. It's just obviously retarded, and like like everyone's calling him out on it, but he's still doing it. Hello, hello. It's been a while. Like I feel like a lot of my regulars haven't been able to tune in because of my schedule. Like I'm on week 5 of my 8-week program, so hopefully, uh, I'll be able to get back on night shift and start like streaming again. I've really missed it. I really have. I've been going out and doing things, and it's just kind of like I don't know. Like I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. I feel like I'm not really. You got to be kidding me, really? I've had to use my stars twice because I just. Yeah, like people don't like admitting this, but like Mario is 100% bigger than GTA, right? Like it's in more genres, like it sells like tens of millions of units like more consistently, it's lower budget. Like Mario is bigger than GTA, right? And has been like forever. But like, the idea that like GTA is gonna stay like this juggernaut forever, I think is like completely out of touch. Because like I think it's only a matter of time until someone like puts out an edgier GTA. Because I think this is really going to impact like Six's long-term relevancy. Is that like it's not going to be as edgy. They're not going to have racy jokes. They're not going. It's going to be like South Park, right? Where they just the entire point of the show is to try and subtly like push propaganda. Like I watched a video today covering like one of the recent season's premieres about how like Cartman promotes this insane conspiracy theory that like that Jews run Hollywood, and like like they spend the entire episode like trying to debunk the notion, and it's just like this, it's not going to work. Like it's just a giant cope. Like it's not funny, it's not entertaining. It's just like obviously like ham-fisted propaganda. And I think a lot of people are like beginning to see through it actually, because like I think a lot of people were like really thought for a long time that like South Park made fun of everyone, but they just don't. That was never true at any point in its history. It's always been like this, but like everything else, they have to become like less subtle about it because like too many people are noticing. Yeah, Trump Garrison. Yeah, I think that was what really killed it, honestly. Like people keep coping about like the season long story arcs and stuff like that. But what actually caused it was like just becoming like too overly like pro leftist, you know? Like the real reason they don't want to talk about Trump is because they know like the more they try to parody him, the more it becomes obvious like what they think about him and what they think about like his policies. Like they're not going to change anyone's minds over the Trump thing, and they know that, which is why they've been shying away from it, like a bunch of little pussies. Like they probably won't talk about Trump again until he's out of office. But yeah, they're scared of him. Like they got wrecked by the Trump shit. But yeah, I think the liberal establishment doesn't understand how like essential adult animation was in like normalizing like insane leftist like talking points because like everybody whenever people talk about this shit whenever it's like normies it's always just quoting like Brian Griffin or like something like someone said in these shows, you know, like and like now that nobody's watching anymore it's becoming like harder and harder to do that. um and the guy is so bad. Well, it was always bad, but yeah, they didn't make fun of Biden at all. Yeah, like I said, it's very transparent. um and they're probably scared to death of people realizing this because they know that like once people like realize their entire brand is a lie, it's just gonna collapse. You know, their entire career revolves around this idea that like they're willing to make fun of everyone, and like if that's understood to not be true at all, it's just over for them, like completely, utterly over. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of South Park YouTube videos lately, and it just kind of dawned like I just hate this show. I always have. I hated how everyone like obsessed over it and just thought it was like so cute, and it just wasn't like ever. I don't know. I've never really watched these shows, and yet like I'm obsessed with watching these shitty like YouTube analysts like talk about them like, and I really need to stop. Like for a long time I did manage to do that, but like I've kind of fallen back in the habit. South Park worse than Family Guy? I don't think anything's worse than Family Guy. Like even like the other anime, like even South Park like hates Family Guy and what they do. Uh, I do think objectively Family Guy is worse because um like it doesn't try to have like any. It's just a show produced by a hack who just like throws together a bunch of like random things happening. Like it's just there's no like cohesion to it. It's just a poorly made show in general. Like at least with South Park, they come up with like interesting ideas that like come off like they would be interesting. Like all the religious leaders like coming together to fight cults or whatever. It's just like yeah, that sounds like interesting. I love like this. I've always loved this area, by the way. It's so gorgeous. Like the background in this game is just like I still think it's unmatched in a lot of ways. Like especially when it comes to like hand drawn stuff. Well, hand drawn. What am I talking about? When it comes to this kind of like aesthetic 2D stuff, I should say. I don't. I think very lowly of Family Guy. I would never say that like South Park is. Well, like you think about South Park, like it stayed relevant way longer than like its contemporaries. I don't think there's any disputing this. Like people have been bitching about Family Guy being bad since like it came back. After the revival. Uh, South Park, like people didn't start realizing it was becoming shit until like 2016. So it had like a run of like what, like 16 years before people like started asking the wrong questions, noticing things. Um, yeah, I think so too. This is still my favorite game ever, actually. Uh, yeah, it's just so much fun to play. There's so much going on. There's so much creativity. There's so much to enjoy about it. And like your playthroughs don't feel the same either because you can go for like 100% completion or just beat the level. It's like there's like just so much to do. Yeah, I was just playing like Pilot Wings and F Zero, and it kind of dawned on me just how much of an evolution there was, like going through the Super Nintendo generation. Because like I'd say like 91 and 92 weren't that like they were not as good as like 94 onward. Because I don't think we got the real bangers until like 94. I would say that's when Donkey Kong Country came out, and then we got like DKC 2 and this, and it's just like that's like three of the best like Super Nintendo games in like a year basically. Yeah, I think that like early Super Nintendo games really struggled with like having reason to come back. Like F Zero, like it feels weirdly slow if you play it. Like I was thinking about that when I popped it in. Like like it takes so long to get through the tracks and you get bored. It's like I don't like the way it's structured. It's just GameCube is better. Like, why did you grow up with the GameCube or something? Now, I grew up with the GameCube, and I always preferred the Super Nintendo. Like, I don't know. It's been so long since I played a bunch of like GameCube games. Maybe I'll come around like on it with like the release of NSO, but I don't think so. I've always maintained that like the GameCube is actually my least favorite Nintendo console. Like they just feel all of its games just feel like gimmicky N64 games, with Sunshine and like the Flood and like Luigi's Mansion and just like Wind Waker and the digital. It's like okay, like I think third parties were like the best they ever were on GameCube, but I think Nintendo itself was in kind of a slump around that time. Like they did not know what they wanted to do at that point. I think, but I think a big reason for that was that was around the time they started like establishing people like Anoma and like like the second gen Nintendo guys who weren't there in like the 80s. It's like I don't know. I guess when you have like younger people like working on games, like the quality isn't as good. They don't know what they're doing. Because like Wind Waker wasn't like well received at all, and then Twilight Princess came out and it became like the best selling Zelda game ever. So I don't think PS1 has a good library. I have been saying this for years. The PS1 does not hold up. It could not compete with the N64. To say otherwise is a go. Uh, okay. It tried to do that really obnoxious thing where you have to like bounce things onto other things to try and like. I don't think we're gonna do shit. Yeah, there's no salvaging this. Metal Slug Advance price. Uh, like how expensive are we talking? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't even like collect physical media anymore because it's just so outrageous. Like, I don't really see the point. Well, I say that, but I just bought a like I bought a copy of like Dune Messiah today. That cost like $50 for some reason. I was not thrilled, especially since I didn't go there to buy it. I was gonna buy like a Heinlein novel or like Murder on the Orient Express. Like I had like a bunch of other things I wanted to get, but like I saw Dune Messiah and I just kind of picked it up for some reason. Well, like the reason being that like it's been a while since I read like the original Dune and I've never read any of the sequels. So I actually did read like the original for the first time, like I think 12 years ago. So that's kind of interesting that like Messiah takes place around that time. So like I waited 12 in real life years to go back and like read Dune like properly. It's just weird, weird coincidence. But okay, yeah, we're just kind of playing the game casually. Yeah, still the all-time best. Actually, I've been playing a lot of Donkey Kong Country Returns like off stream, doing the mirror mode stuff. Like the more I play this game, the more I realize like how good of a platformer it actually is. Like in a lot of ways, I think it might actually be better than Tropical Freeze. Is kind of my feeling on it. Maybe I'm just being hyperbolic, but I do think Returns is better. Which is kind of crazy to say considering how much like people worship like Tropical Freeze, but no, 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 that's a cope. That's a cope. Like Sony dumped all this money to like try and drive Nintendo out of business. Like if it wasn't the carts, they would have found something else to like propagate their nonsense, you know? Like nobody fucking cared about the carts. Should Sega have just kept going with the Genesis? Well, no. Like, let's be real here. Like, Sega was never competitive with Nintendo. Like, all they did was like hit gold with Sonic and then just milk it dry. They never had like really successful. They never established any real IPs. They had no real brand. Like, they essentially had a reputation for being cooler than Nintendo, and that was it. And that was only because of Sonic. Like, there was no saving Sega at any point. Uh, Like Tropical Freeze is such a weird game because like you see all these people glazing it, and yet at the same time it was like a wildly hated game when it first came out. Like people forget like just how much contempt people had for it because of how like people had got it into their heads that like Retro Studios was going to be like this mature like Western focused like internal Nintendo like development studio. So people thought they would be producing like Halo clones and stuff like that, but instead like they started working on these games and people like seethed about it. They did not like that at all. Like like it didn't matter that these were like top tier 2D platformers. To them, like this was a massive betrayal of what they thought Retro Studios was. So a lot of people weren't happy with returns to begin with, and then like we got Tropical Freeze, and people like just spurred out about it. It's weird the contrast because I actually do agree that like you simultaneously have people glazing Tropical Freeze, but then you have people like Jeff Keighley who try and imply it wasn't a real game. It's like it was such a weird it was such a weird situation, and it really led to this like mindset. Uh, uh, in regards to a lot of people, I think that like Donkey Kong was like a dead or declining IP, even though like this is a Mario brand and like DK's like been very prevalent in like Mario media, like people believe that like Donkey Kong isn't like an A-list Nintendo character, and that's obviously retarded. Like I think people are really like underestimating how big Bonanza is going to be, but like to me, I think like the Tropical Freeze thing, the Wii U in general was just filled with just nonsense complaints like that. Like Fire Emblem became more popular than ever, and yet the prevailing narrative for a long time was that like, well, the old ones were better, even though like none of those games came out in America. It's like you were just supposed to like listen and believe to like what these people were saying, and I don't think that fell apart until like the Switch came out. Honestly, like the Wii U was the peak of it, and like the Switch is where it all just died. Like there's just no recovery after the Switch, and I think that's what we're seeing now with like all of this coping over like the Switch 2 success is that they don't like the fact that like they can't lie about Nintendo and its games anymore. Is what this all boils down to. Like people used to be able to get away with like not covering Nintendo and its games by saying it wasn't real hardware and that like only Nintendo fans cared about that, like implying it was like lesser than other companies. But in reality, yeah, they were becoming like way more popular than the other brands. Even in the '90s, that was true. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with playing mirror mode. It just seems like kind of a like. Did I not actually? I don't think I did the second boss actually. I did the first boss. I must have skipped it. What's the second boss in this game? Well, anyway, I'm not a big fan of the bosses in this game anyway. But yeah, Tropical Freeze definitely has better boss fights, I would say. DS was better than PSP. Yeah, that was insane. Like if you grew up around that period and were like excited for the DS, like hearing like normies like spurg out over how like the PSP was gonna rape the DS was like it was like the most frustrating experience of my life. Like I will never get over that. Just how just adamant people were that like the PSP was like this huge deal, and it just wasn't. Like at any point in its life cycle. Like I have a big problem with how people prop that thing up. It's to me it's like the the console that like most clearly demonstrated like the bias against Nintendo. Because like Pokemon was hadn't gone anywhere. And it was still like this super popular thing. This idea that like the PSP was gonna beat it with like sports games and like fucking after like was just laughable. Yeah, I did not like PSP. And like it was the Vita went ahead and bombed. Like I can guarantee that pretty much nobody who played the original PSP like moved on to the Vita. Yeah, I don't think I've used the Vita since I played Gravity Rush in that Best Buy like years and years ago. Amazing experience. Like I have always been like really excited about Gravity Rush as an IP. I think it's like probably the best thing PlayStation has done like ever, probably. And yet like it gets like I don't understand why it doesn't get any respect. Like, why did they try and prop up Astrobot? Like, that's what I would have done if I was them. Is just like try and push Gravity Rush more because like clearly that was like the game with like the actual following, and yet like they just didn't do it. Like I feel like that was the last time I ever heard anybody be enthusiastic about like PlayStation ever was Gravity Rush, and I agree. I totally would have loved to play Gravity Rush if it came out on a real console, and it might. We're getting Patapon, which I've never heard of before, but it was apparently a Vita game. I don't know. Like Namco Bandai must have been really big on putting weird stuff on the Vita. Like everybody played the 3DS way more. Like I imagine people put more time into Fire Emblem Awakening than like any Vita game. It's crazy how badly the 3DS like destroyed the Vita. Monster Hunter? Yeah, sure. I didn't play Monster Hunter on the PSP, so I don't know, but yeah, Monster Hunter was like carrying the PSP and like the Vita. Like in Japan. Like people talk about like when PlayStation lost Japan, and I think that was the start of it. Was when like they lost the Monster Hunter exclusivity, and they tried to have that big revival with World, and that just didn't go anywhere. Like, is anyone talking about Rise now? Like, does anyone care? Like every time like they release a new game, it's just crickets. Like I haven't heard anyone talk about like Operation 33 in like a couple of days, and that was supposed to be the new hot thing. So yeah, the French government must be shilling it or something because I saw like Macron come out and like try and like shill it. I just like so is this some kind of op to get people to like care about like French developers? That's just like weird to me. Like I don't understand like what they're trying to accomplish with that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's just like I should have don't trust like games that get shilled this way. Like it gives me a lot of like Game Awards vibes and stuff like that. I don't really trust. And like people saying things like, "Oh man, it reminds me of like Final Fantasy VIII." Like that's a red flag, bro. Like oh, like yeah, like the creators have listed like all of their favorite JRPGs, and like none of them are Nintendo games. It's kind of telling, I think, honestly. Best Final Fantasy is like if you say like your favorite Final Fantasy is eight, like that's to me that's like a sign that I shouldn't take anything you say seriously. That's kind of my feeling on that. Yeah, I did not like the original Monster Hunter story, so I never finished it. Um, I felt that it was like just I hated that stupid cat and too childish. I just like what if you're gonna make a Monster Hunter RPG, like make it towards the for the actual audience. Like this idea that it's for kids was just retarded. Like I don't know, like Monster Hunter, I think 9 and 6. Yeah, I need to play through 9 for sure. I don't know what like I'm gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna do it before I die, but it's like I don't know. I really regret like not playing Suikoden when I was young, not playing like Final Fantasy 9. Like there's so many like just amazing games that I never really got to play, and we'll have to see. And it's entirely because of like developers not releasing their games on Nintendo hardware. It's just like why the fuck have we not gotten a port of Chrono Trigger on like modern hardware? Like where is Chrono Trigger on Switch? Like it took us forever to get games like Danganronpa when it really shouldn't have. It's like like a bunch of PlayStation classics. Like, uh, yeah, the minecart stages in this game are way better than most of the originals. I don't want to say it's better than the minecart stage from DKC 1, but it's definitely better than the second one for sure. That was it. Oh wow. They made up a Chrono Trigger rumor. Yeah, I'm curious if that's true. If that's like it's just a distraction from how like poorly received these price hikes were. Like, oh yeah, just dangle Chrono Trigger from there. Like, how much is that gonna work? Because like kids aren't familiar with like Chrono Trigger, and if they were, they would just buy it on Steam. I don't know. Like I would love like an HD 2D remake of Chrono Trigger with like new content and stuff like that. I'd love for them to like retcon like Cross and shit like that. I don't like it when people try and pretend Cross is like a legit sequel because I don't consider it to be. Yeah, I don't think anybody does really. I mean, in the West, it would do better than Dragon Quest. That's what I would do if I was them. Is just like, yeah, remake Chrono Trigger and like emphasize a lot that like, oh yeah, this was made by the same people who made Dragon Quest. Like that's what I would do. But like, I'm not really sure if that's gonna be allowed. Because like, I was reading like, speculation on 4chan that like Square has to be like intentionally undermining like Dragon Quest because of how like Yuji Horii like owns the IP. Because this is one of the weird things about Dragon Quest is that like Yuji Horii has like full ownership of it, as opposed to like most creators who the company owns it. Like everything Miyamoto made was like is the property of Nintendo. Yuji Horii had the foresight to like make sure he owned like Dragon Quest outright, and that's why like the series hasn't gone to shit like Final Fantasy has. So like the speculation is that like Square doesn't like that, and they're like they don't want the series to become popular overseas for that reason. Uh, I mean, we'll have to see if that's true, but I don't know. I really don't see like Dragon Quest being relevant after Hori retires anyway. But like what I want to see happen is that like Nintendo acquires Dragon Quest. That's what needs to happen. They're the only company that can maintain its relevancy and its legacy. Uh, like that's what I hope happens is that like Yuji Horii just signs it over to Nintendo, and Japanese audiences spurred about it. Like I basically consider it a Nintendo IP at this point, an honorary one, the honorary Nintendo IP, up there with like Castlevania and Ninja Gaiden and stuff like that. So I would be thrilled if like Nintendo acquired Dragon Quest, but I don't know how likely that is. Like I'm very curious to see if like Hori tries to like weasel his way out of making Dragon Quest 12 a Switch 2 exclusive. Like I am very curious how he's gonna try and like justify like a PlayStation version existing. Because like ever since 7 came out, the cope has been that like he just supports the more popular hardware, but usually he just puts out like they just put out like a PlayStation version. So I'm very curious if he's gonna keep doing that for 12. I don't understand why they added mirror mode. I don't feel like it really adds a whole lot. Like I kind of prefer the hard mode of just like Tropical Freeze, where it's just like, yeah, uh, you have one hit and that's it. Yeah, this game is definitely easier than Tropical Freeze, I think, because I really struggle with like hard mode and Tropical Freeze, but in this, it's like it's nowhere near as brutal, I think. I playing Tropical Freeze on hard mode was like an absolute treasure. Yeah, he is. Like people don't understand like how important Dragon Quest actually is in the world of JRPGs. Like it's one of the reasons I don't like the term like JRPG is because like all of them are basically just like Dragon Quest clones, basically. Even Final Fantasy is like that. Um, like it's a hugely influential thing on the genre, and yet Westerners always like to pretend that like Ultima was somehow more influential, which is like obviously retarded. Like Dragon Quest's legacy is like this huge deal, and it just never really took off in the West like it should have for like a number of reasons. But yeah, I mean, it's starting to become more popular. You know, like I noticed, like I was at the gym like a while back, and like I was wearing my slime shirt, and like I noticed some like Korean guy. Well, I think he was a Korean guy. Was it a Korean guy? I think it was a Korean guy. He was like kind of looking at it like he was surprised that like an American was like a Dragon Quest fan. I don't know how popular Dragon Quest is in Korea actually, but yeah, it's yeah. Whenever I see like Asian people around here, I just like automatically assume they're Korean. I don't know. It must be just. But anyway, like, yeah, I think Dragon Quest is like getting some kind of audience in the West, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Like, I think especially like people really like the fact that like Corey and like that other guy were so like open about like getting fucked with when it came to like Dragon Quest 3 HD. That they actually like rebelled and spoke out against uh like the body type A and B thing, which was honestly probably the most base thing I think I've seen like coming from Japan's traders in a while. I mean, like I'm surprised that like nothing happened because of that. I mean, they ran like real damage control over it, but I imagine like it really had like a big impact. Because people have noticed like the body type A and B thing, and they know the purpose of it, and they hate it. So Pokemon is Nintendo's take on Dragon. Yeah, 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 absolutely. Like absolutely. Yeah, you can see like Dragon Quest influences everywhere. You know, like Earthbound is basically a parody of it. Like I would say it's probably the most popular game among like Nintendo's developers, actually. Like outside of the company. Like it's just even back then that was pretty obvious that like Dragon Quest and like what Nintendo was doing was like the big thing. And that's kind of why I think like Dragon Quest should be a Nintendo IP is because like it's a big deal. It absolutely is, and yet like oh these level this level yeah, I really wonder like I gifted this game to a kid a couple weeks back, and I really wonder like how far he's gotten into it. Because last I heard, he was like he thought it was way too hard. Uh, yeah, I'll have to ask next time I see him. Like I was thinking that like how much is he gonna struggle against these bastard bats? Because like I'm told this is like the stage that most normies like have a fixation on hating because of how insane it is, but I don't know. I don't really see why. I want to love Dragon Quest. Yeah, absolutely. Like that was like one of his last requests was to make sure that Dragon Quest 11 got ported to Switch. Um, yeah, he probably. Do you think he was able to finish it? Like, when did Dragon Quest 11 come out? Yeah, yeah, I don't think he actually got to play 11. That's sad. Wow. Ah, well, I mean, I guess we're all gonna have that game, huh? Yeah, I miss Iwata every day, but I mean, the company is still putting out bangers. Like, there's no way he was like that involved in like the creation of like Bonanza. I think we're like, I think it's safe to say we're at the point now where like all the decisions Nintendo are making now have like nothing to do with like Iwata's vision with the company. It's all like Furukawa and like the board, and I think they're like doing a great job, honestly. Um, yeah, even DK has had enough with this shit. Yeah, I remember seeing this for the first time and just like freaking out about it. It's just like, really? Like echolocation? It's like a Pokemon. It's like this thing really thinks it's a Pokemon. Yeah, like I don't think I ever thought this level was hard. So I was kind of confused by like the reputation it has. I don't know. Like maybe I'm just really good at games, but did I really beat everything? Yeah, I guess like this is an easy world to mirror because of its nature as being yeah, PlayStation and Xbox raised their prices. Yeah, like I think when we get to the point where Nintendo's seen as the premium option, there's not really going to be like a justification to owning PlayStation or Xbox because that's always been like the idea of those brands is that like oh these are the premium options where you play the mature games for the mature gamers with the best possible graphics. Like without that, they don't have shit. So like they're probably very anxious about like Nintendo dominating them at like a higher price point. Like that's actually probably a big reason why they did this was because like the instant Nintendo is seen as like a more prestigious brand than them, they'll never recover from it ever. Not that Xbox was ever relevant to begin with, but like they're rattled by this. I can't imagine like Shuhei Yoshida is like seething about Nintendo constantly. I can't imagine like any of these other executives like feel any differently about that. Just how badly they got embarrassed by like a much smaller company. Um, like their entire careers, they're gonna have to like look back on this and just like think to themselves just how they controlled like the biggest companies on the planet and they couldn't beat Nintendo. They couldn't do it with like unlimited resources, with like just endless amounts of like influence that they could not beat Nintendo, and that's the big thing that's become apparent. I don't understand this. Like Retro likes to pretend this takes place in the same continuity as the original DKC, and yet like the area in Donkey Kong Island was like a forest, right? And now it's like a jungle. Like I don't know, the house is in a different area. Like it's like there's no way it's the same fucking thing. I mean that's what they try and tell you is that like the factory stage is like was built by the Kremlings, which is why it exists. But I don't know. I don't know. Like the the mountain is a volcano instead of a snowy mountain. I'm just kind of like I'm just kind of confused by like the logic behind it. Like it's not the same thing at all. Like I don't know why they tried to pretend it was. Yeah, people don't really think about that. That PlayStation and Xbox were only competitive because they were just like bigger companies and they could spend more resources on it. Like people always talk up the PS2 having a DVD player, but like that was expensive for Sony to do. Yeah, Nintendo made the right call, like not putting a DVD player on the GameCube because that would have made it too expensive. What time is it? Yeah, I don't want to go to bed early because like when I wake up, it'll be like so early that I won't be able to go out and do anything. So I'm so like reluctant to I don't know. I want to stream until like midnight, but I don't know how likely that is. Like I feel like it's what I should do on the weekend, and then like when Sunday rolls around, I go back to my normal schedule. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. I probably shouldn't set a schedule because of just I'm going back to night shift at the end of this, and hopefully at a higher pay rate. Hopefully, I'm a bit iffy on that actually. Like we have not discussed what my new pay scale is. So a part of me is like concerned that I won't get it, that they'll like weasel their way out of it somehow. Oh, you're doing so well at your pay rate, so why should we give you more? Just I don't know. As long as I'm on the 12-hour shift, I should be fine. Like I don't even need a pay raise. Like the issue, like the reason I was struggling so much the past couple of months is because of how I was on 12-hour shifts and they just forced me into like 10-hour shifts when like I wasn't ready to make that transition. So I do have to I do need to be on 12 hours. I do need to be like putting like 20% into my 401k. I need to be like investing on my own. I have to be like uh constantly getting the pulling in more money. It's I don't know. It's definitely a nightmare. Oh yeah, I gotta get a new car too. I gotta stop putting that off. Like I'm glad I put off like getting a new car as much as I did because I really wanted to focus on preparing for retirement first, and I have that secured. So I'm basically good. Like I waited till like everything else was taken care of before I got the new car. So once that's taken care of, I should be good. Like obviously I want to move again and stuff like that, but it's not like an immediate thing. So yeah, honestly, like I don't think I'll move until like I well anyway. Yeah, there's no real reason for me to move because I really like where I am. Like I was concerned about where I was gonna put my Pac-Man machine, but I actually do realize that like wait a minute, I do have a room that I don't use, so if I get one, that's where it's gonna go. So okay. What jump? Well, this is not an easy game if you didn't notice. Like people still seethe about that bat to this day. Oh, here we go. Shit. Fuck. I really need to remember to get more lives because I'm concerned I'm gonna run out before I'm through. Yeah, I think Tropical Freeze is definitely a lot harder than this. But I feel like I can understand why this was like way more popular than Tropical Freeze because it has more like iconic like Donkey Kong iconography. Like Tropical Freeze is kind of like very a lot more experimental with like the fruits and just like I don't know. I am not a fan of World 5. I've always kind of hated how like oh man, it's a fruit themed world like okay. And then like World 6 is just Donkey Kong Island again. So you get like a bunch of rehash stages from this game. Like not all of which are interesting. I don't know. It's just it is not harder than Super Mario Kart. Well, what is harder than Super Mario Kart? I don't know. Like that game fucking cheats. Yeah, we probably should like do some more Mario Kart runs tonight. Yeah, I don't know if we'll finish it before World comes out. Oh, by the way, I do have my Switch 2 pre-order like secured. By the way, it has been paid for. It is gonna be shipped to my house. Hopefully day one. I don't know if we'll be able to stream it though, because I'm not sure what my schedule is gonna look like. So I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to like set it up and then like download like World or whatever, download like NSO, get everything like set up, transfer all my data. I don't know. I'm just excited to like be getting major releases again because it feels like for a long time like we haven't really been getting major releases on Switch. It's all been like budget stuff and re-releases and just kind of things of that nature. Like there have been bangers, but like it just yeah, I'm ready for some like high budget, just good like next gen gaming. I don't know. I guess this is the downside to like bitching about like Princess Peach Showtime and like Mario and Luigi Brothership the way they did is that like when the next gen games come out, they're just gonna look all the more impressive. Like Donkey Kong's really interesting because like Tropical Freeze didn't do as well as it should have, but like Bonanza's gonna do gangbusters. So. Yeah, I think we're ready to play something else. Oh. I always stop playing at World 5. I don't know. Like I feel like the game kind of falls off like around World 6, 7, or 8. I don't know. Like I feel like the later worlds aren't really as good. Okay. Should we do Suikoden or yeah, lately all I've been playing is Yu-Gi-Oh! It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I think we're gonna do Suikoden. Like I don't know. Like everything I want to play is like an RPG, but like I really don't want to justify buying more until I get to the ones I already have. So that means like Suikoden and Atelier, like Yumiya, and just all of that crap. Yeah, Prime fanboys. Yeah, I agree. And watch these people not come up for Prime 4. That's definitely something. Monolith Soft. Yeah, yeah, we haven't seen like Next Level Games do anything since Battle League. Like they haven't done anything like post acquisition. It's been kind of disappointing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried they'll be kind of become like the new retro where like, who the fuck was that? Where like they don't really produce anything after being acquired, but we'll see. Like I don't understand why retro is in like the situation it's in to begin with. Uh, but yeah, Monolith Soft has kind of proven that they can put out new stuff. So Yeah, people hyped up retro so much back in the day, and it turned out to be kind of a dud. Like even back in the GameCube days, that was kind of true. Like Prime 2 was not as well received as the first, but I mean, like retro is like a good example of a studio being like weaponized against the rest of Nintendo because they were seen as like the company that was going to put out like the mature like games that Nintendo itself couldn't produce, and that they would be like way better because of it. So I don't know. I'm kind of glad to see like their reputation kind of take a hit, honestly, because I think they do deserve it. Fuck them. They might be the most woke Nintendo subsidiary. Well, we'll have to see about that, but I mean, they had like someone on the Prime 4 team try and say that Samus was trans. So, oh, by the way, do you like my Samus shirt? For Rareware? I don't know. I don't know. That might actually like Rareware at least has like iconic IPs that I want to see again, like Battletoads, like Killer Instinct, like Banjo. Like there's so much like Rareware like put out nothing but bangers in the 90s. Like for a long time Retro was hyped up as being like the new Rare, but like their output wasn't as good. They didn't make any new IPs. Like they had all these problems like right out of the bat. Like even before Nintendo acquired them. Like Retro was never as good as Rareware, ever. And yet like they were hyped as being some like replacement for them. It's just I'm curious how long this game actually is. How long have we been playing this? It does, yeah. Like I don't understand like what the gaming community was like trying to accomplish with that. Because like everybody who came out against that game, I think, kind of discredits themselves as like Mario RPG fans because like after playing it myself, like I think it's better than like every other Mario RPG ever made, and is honestly probably one of my favorite JRPGs ever. Like it's so good, and yet the narrative was always that like it was disappointing somehow. Even before it came out, that was like the narrative, and like they've been sticking with that story ever since. But yeah, like it needs to be said that like everyone who spoke out against Brothership just shouldn't be allowed to discuss Mario RPGs because well, you hated Brothership, so why would I take anything you say seriously? Like beat 'em ups can't be taken seriously. The IGN guy can't be taken seriously. Like anybody who tries to do this needs to be like condemned. I think. And I think fans did a reasonably good job, like shitting on IGN for like doing what they do, but like there was quite a big defense force for it initially. I'm glad to see that it's died down since then, as more and more people have played through the game. But like, yeah, the fact that it was a narrative to at all was disgusting. Odessa just ran past these guys. Oh, she actually has a screen clip. Wow. Well, maybe she hadn't ran ahead like an idiot. How does Chloe fight? Is it like with knives? What is she using? Aww. So she's based. Yeah, I saw this coming after she started talking about like if something happens to her. Why was Odessa even in charge? No, not Odessa. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious, like, how many mechanics I haven't unlocked yet. Yep, we're all finished. This is the first one. Yeah, I've never played either of them. So, like, I'm told, is the second one the one that's really famous, and like this just sets it up? Like, that's what I've been told is that like the second one was planned out first, and then they made this one to just like kind of like give it more context. Maria. Whoa. Haisuke. So we all have fake names. Magical Quest. I think I played one of them, like the third one. I actually was shocked at how much fun it was. But we'll have to see if it gets re-released. But yeah, I would not mind playing that again. I really should get the Super Nintendo Classic out and dressing like a beggar. I haven't changed my clothes. Oh wow, yeah, he did recognize me. Is this Sika or Maria? Uh, okay, wow, okay. So you actually see NPCs that like, wow, that's crazy. That's one of the things that sticks out to me about this game is just how many like characters are named and like clearly have roles and like the setting and stuff like that. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. So like, how do runes work? Like, I don't know. I don't think it explained the system very well. Missing? Yeah, she's fucking dead. Yeah, that's him, isn't it? Aw, she's gonna marry him. Yep, yep. What? You know you love it. I love my. Uh, oh wow. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yes, we're gonna do it. We're gonna recruit. A year's worth of homework. Chris Chan's video game collection. I think I did years and years ago. I don't know what he has these days. Now, what is Chris's like current situation? Because I don't know. Like I was thinking the other day, like is Barb even still alive? Like, do we know? Like, where is he living? Like, Yeah, I don't know what he's been doing. I watched him play Persona 5 a while back. He had like a pretty active audience. He could legit probably have a streaming career. Cause he's Christian. Uh, I don't know how many viewers do you need to be successful on Twitch? Like I've never actually thought about it, but like I was watching like the PKA like Wings of Redemption like Medicare thing, and they were talking about how he typically has like 200 people in there, and that's not a whole lot, and that's like his only source of income, right? What the hell is this? Can I really just get wrecked by a squirrel? Uh, I want my girlfriend. Mm, yeah, I think this game is Kino, honestly. This might go on to be one of my favorite PlayStation games, but we'll see. Like I always knew I would like it, but it's kind of weird like actually playing it on a real platform. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be the next RPG we get through. Because I've been putting this off for a decade. I own it on a PS3. Like I own like four of these fucking games. So yeah, Konami was talking about how it took them like 5 years to produce this, and I don't know why. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me personally. And maybe I need to grind a little bit more. Why am I getting wrecked in this part of the map? Like, why are the monsters so much stronger? Yeah, the game does look good. Like, doesn't the original look kind of shit? Like, I'm kind of surprised how good this game looks. That was one of my concerns going into this was that like, what was this game gonna look like crap? But no, I think it's good. I think it's a clear upgrade over the original, from what I remember. Like, did they change the localization at all? Like, I'm very curious about like things like that. Like, how much did they change in this remake? Shame the series creator didn't get to see this re-released. Man, I feel so bad for him. Like, he put out an entirely new game and he died just before it came out. That's like crazy to me. Like a spiritual Suikoden game, a successor to Suikoden, and he doesn't live to see it come out. That's just so depressing to me. And I'm not even a fan, and yet like I think about that a lot. Like I don't like that at all. Like what one of my like I hate saying this out loud because I'm sure I'm gonna jinx it, but like one of my things is that like I really, really don't want to leave like any unfinished work. I intend to like kind of have like my entire portfolio just kind of like planned out and finished before I die. I'm sure I'll like be putting out like new books like constantly, but like I don't think there'll be like golden age related stuff like in continuity or whatever. Uh Wait, am I getting wrecked by a bunch of flying squirrels? Like, what the fuck is this? Why is Victor so much better than like the other characters? Like everyone else is like dropping like a sack of bricks, and like Victor's soloing like every flying squirrel there is. Okay, he's finally on the way out. How the fuck does he keep dodging? What is this condition? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to keep grinding until we stop going down like a sack of bricks. He sold his N64? Like, wow. For 40 bucks. Like, come on. That thing has to be worth more than that. Like, how much do N64s go for? Like, I'm never parting with mine ever. It's like it's that piece of hardware for me. It's like my favorite console ever. Like, I'm very attached to mine. Like, it still works. Like, it lasted like yeah, like all throughout like thick and thin. So yeah, that's like iconic Nintendo hardware to me. I love everything about it, the design and like. I mean, he's been broke for a long time, right? Like his mom had to buy him like Sonic Boom when that came out. Like I don't know, he's always been on a limited income, so I don't know, man. Like Chris Chan exists, and I'm blowing my money on like $50 fucking Dune Messiah books and like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like I legit came home like after payday and I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna pay for anything this weekend. We're gonna save up money for the car and like what happens? You know? I go out and like a bunch of shit like to be fair though, like Dune Messiah was like that was way more expensive than like I thought it was gonna be. But like yeah, like I was legit like thinking that like, maybe I shouldn't buy the Yu-Gi-Oh cards this week. I don't know, it's just yeah, credit card debt, yeah. And what am I doing? I'm in town still. Like Like I don't understand Christian's situation at all. Like if he's like that retarded, why isn't he living with like in like a halfway house? Why isn't he like supervised? Like I don't understand like how you end up in his position. Like I just don't. Because like I know a lot. I know people who are like more well adjusted than he is, who like live in like uh on like better government assistance. I don't understand like why he doesn't have like a stable living condition or didn't have one. Yeah, maybe he's better off now post arrest because, I mean, I guess Barb was the big issue, right? Because like Bob tried to like discipline him a little bit. Uh, I don't know. I don't. People thought that like raping his mom would be like the end of Christian, and yet like he's still like doing stuff. Like it is kind of weird that like this thing is still going. Like I don't know. I don't really respect like Christorians as they call themselves. Like I think like messing with the mentally deranged is degenerate. Like no, I did not own an OG Xbox. I had a PS2 and a GameCube, and I always wanted like Alexa, stop. I always wanted Duelist of the Roses and never got it. Yeah, why is everyone dying? I'm so confused. We lost to a bunch of flying squirrels. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Why wasn't it auto saving? Wait. Did I save right when I got here? Oh, good. Yeah, yeah, okay. Like, I guess I didn't. Why was I losing to a bunch of fucking flying squirrels? I'm so confused. I'm so confused by that. I don't think there are like weapon shops here, so that was a crazy difficulty spike. I'm kind of surprised. And look at that, we could just walk down there. Hey, what? Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, everybody has maxed out weapons. Gotta love how the inns get progressively more expensive as you go through the game. Okay. Uh, Man, I love the game, but I've never been able to play it very long. I don't know why. Uh, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna try and make this a mainstay on the streams and try to get through it. But Snoopy. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to like force myself to do Suikoden one of these days. Maybe I'll take a week off and just do that. Yeah, yeah. The price hike of the Xbox is hilarious because like the entire narrative that like there are more affordable options out there right now, like the narrative has shifted into saying that like, well, just get a PC and pirate everything, which is just obviously retarded. but that's what they're trying to push as like the more practical option, and that's just gonna collapse, honestly, because the more people look into piracy, the more they realize how like it's just a giant cope. Let's see. Should we do Super Mario Kart? We might as well. I haven't played it in a couple of days. Well, I say that, but I actually was playing it this morning. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like my life is over because I played every Nintendo game I grew up like wanting to play, and it's just kind of like, I'm enjoying myself with like work and like reading new books and like meeting new people, but it kind of feels like my life is over. It's just kind of weird in that sense. I don't know. Like I haven't been working on the Cattle Have Fangs, and like I'm so happy with like my already published books that I'm not super like enthusiastic about making more. It's just I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should take some time tomorrow to just work on the Cattle Have Fangs. I have not worked on it at all. Like it's been really frustrating for me is that like I really want to finish this book and yet like I just can't bring myself to do it. Like I just don't have time. What the hell was that? Like that was a crazy sharp turn. All right. Um, fuck you, Luigi. Oh wait, did he just charge that? What the fuck was that? Did you see that? I was saving that red shell just for him, and he fucks me over somehow. Like what the? How the hell did he do that? Huh? Man, I'm so sick of this game, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. James Rolfe should make like it's bullshit, and just make it entirely about Super Mario Kart and how it cheats. Like that's a free idea for you, Screenwave. I actually don't know what Cinemassacre is doing right now. I haven't heard from them in forever. I heard Linkara is like partnered with them now, actually, like Screenwave, which is interesting to me because I was wondering like who else is under their umbrella because we all bitch about their involvement in like AVGN and stuff like that, but like uh Like, I don't know, they're handling other personalities too. I know like Brenofloss is with them. I believe Scott the Woz is as well. Like, which is kind of crazy because he was like the considered the biggest YouTuber, Nintendo YouTuber for a while. I don't think he is anymore, which is good because fuck Scott. But yeah, Scott the Woz, I'm convinced, is like the anti Harman Smith. He's such a piece of shit. I'm glad I haven't had any run-ins with him at all, but like I imagine we would hate each other if we ever interacted. Like I wonder, like these bigger Nintendo YouTubers, I don't know. Like I'm curious, like if I'm like, it's very possible like Nintendo of America is aware that I exist. So, oops, that's definitely a concern. I don't know. I guess not really, but the fuck, GameStar Saga? I have no idea what you're talking about. A Gumby game? What the fuck is Gumby? I've heard the name before, but I have no idea what it is. Like, there's so many brands that like you just can't keep track of them all. I have no idea. I love anime. Yeah, I'm worried I have a spending addiction too, but I don't know. I think all of my purchases are reasonable. But it's just like, yeah, when you pay like $50 for a copy of Dune Messiah, it's just like, ugh. I guarantee you I would have been able to get it cheaper off Amazon or Kindle or like, any of the other alternatives. But no, I just had to buy it at this overpriced bookstore. Like I don't know. People like meme about like bookstores going out of business and like how much they suck, and yeah, I can see why. Like fuck those prices. And people are complaining about like $80 video games. It's just like, have you seen like book prices? It's just so it's insane. Like okay, yeah, that copy I bought of Death on the Nile was pretty overpriced too. Like I don't understand. Like I really like Death on the Nile, so I didn't spurg out about it too much. But like yeah, like I think Dune Messiah was way overpriced. You should be reading, yeah, but like I can like you can get books cheaper on like Kindle or like I don't know. There's no reason to pay that much for a fucking book. I think a video on GTA 6, yeah, probably. I really should have done it tonight, but like, I think I recorded like 3 videos last night. I don't know. It's just I really do need to do a better job staying on top of this stuff, but because I do make money off the channel now, but I don't know. Like it feels like there wasn't a whole lot to talk about for the past couple of years, and like lately there just seems to be so much that I can't keep up with it. So yeah, it's just I'm definitely gonna do my best. It's just I love you. Hannah, Hannah, Hannah. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Da-ba-da-ba-da. Shit, come on. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Fuck. Dodge, 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 dodge them all. Shit. Boop-a-da-bop-bop-bop. I da-da-da-da-da-da-ba. Third. Shit. It was a claymation show. Well, like I didn't watch kids shows because I was too busy watching anime. Like someone who was, like all higher IQ people did. Like even as a kid, I was leaning towards like I don't remember ever watching like Western animated shows because like Pokemon, Digimon, and Yu-Gi-Oh were so much better. I don't know, man. Like I never liked like Western cartoons. I always thought they were garbage. Like remember Billy and Mandy? Remember like SpongeBob? I don't think anyone remembers SpongeBob, but like that shit was garbage. Yeah, people like don't like talking about how like shows in like the 2000s were already like really massively declining like year after year. It was just I don't know. I don't understand like the animation community and like the cartoon community because like how could you ever watch that shit or care about it at all? It's just it doesn't make any sense to me. It's so stupid. Like I didn't even care for it as a kid, if that tells you anything. Like American cartoons are trash. They always were. Like especially like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like yeah. Like Avatar is like the most overrated thing I think I've seen ever. Cause like, oh man, a cartoon imitated anime. Like there's no overlap with like Avatar fans and like real anime fans. Like none. It's like nobody fucking cares about Avatar. Like I don't know. I never actually saw the ending, but like my impression on it is that it was some like pacifistic hippie bullshit. Yeah, Razor Fist versus Smash GT. Yeah, I think I made a video about that. I'm on Team Razor Fist, by the way. Like fuck Smash GT, fuck Kino Casino. Uh, DS games? No, I haven't played DS or 3DS in forever. Cause like I can't stream them, and I'm just kind of like I want to play a bunch of those games again, but I think I'm gonna have to wait for re-releases because I I just can't justify it. I have so many other games I could be streaming and making money off of. It's just I don't know. It just feels like a waste, honestly, to play games and not be streaming. Like I don't like it when I'm not live and uh these days. It's very important for me to be streaming as much as possible. Okay. Like if I could make like a living wage off of YouTube and then like keep working my normal job, I should be like it should be pretty easy for me to like just go well beyond six figures and start like really like securing financial stability for my family. which is my primary concern at this point. Is just leaving behind a legacy and here he goes. Living a fulfilling rest of my life. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I can't get over how traumatized I was as a kid. So I don't know. Like it honestly feels unobtainable to me, even at this stage. Like I don't think I'll ever find like personal happiness. Like I don't think it's really possible for me because like nothing's ever gonna make up for like what happened to me when I was younger. Oops. Like it's not really possible. Yeah, it looks like I'm about to practice a lot if I'm gonna win this. I don't know. I'm just not having fun with this, honestly. It's just I'm glad I unlocked 150cc, but I don't know. I think just unlocking it is enough for now. I just don't enjoy the game that much. I'm sure one of these days I'll finish it, but it's just I don't know. Like I'm so tired of saying one of these days. Like, what? Why don't I just do it now? It's like yeah, these games take a lot of practice. Okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Hmm. Yeah, it's pretty late. Maybe I should call it quits. I guess we could play more Suikoden. Yeah, we're gonna Tales of Vesperia it, where we just play for like an hour every day until we get through it, huh? I don't know. I've only been streaming for 2 hours and I'm already like ready to stop. It's pretty late now. I wanted to stream like a little bit later, but like I don't know. I'm ready to go to bed, honestly. It's so frustrating, but I've been wanting to play Suikoden since 2008. Since I read about the DS game and Nintendo Power, and it's 2025, and I haven't even finished the first one. It's so sad. Like why? I knew that was Meg just by looking at her. I'm not a fan of how the menus work in this, but that's a little bit better equipment. What? Camille joined the party. I kind of like her. How much did the banquet cost? How did Gremio like not pay for it? Like he went in debt for that? Like I'm so confused. How are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to just get lucky? Wait, how does he win when we both roll fives? Like what? Huh? I'm so yeah. I never pay attention to rules in gambling because I don't really care for it. Yeah, you just have to get lucky. Really? That's it? Ah, I hate it when games do this. It just pisses me off. Hi ho, has joined the party. All right, so we have six party members. Cool. Why does everyone hate? Yeah, even if with two extra party members, we're still getting wrecked. I don't know if we're under leveled or what. Hey, what's Camille wearing? She's kind of showing quite a bit of thigh. Okay. Okay, shit. Why is Victor the only one who survives? Okay. Yeah, we do need to start using medicines more often, I think. Is there any magic in this game? How does that work? I'm not used to using like items to heal. I like using MP because it's replenishable. Hey, Camille's kind of under leveled. Okay. Data is being saved? Wait, for why? So does the game autosave at certain points? That's kind of odd, isn't it? Anyway. Yeah, what am I gonna do tomorrow? Man, I hate Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm really excited for it. Yeah, it's a month away now, isn't it? Yeah. Hard to believe it's that close. Okay, it was leveling up really quickly. Okay. Okay. Well, I saved the game. Like I said, I can never seem to play the game for any length of time. I don't know what it is. What's on the Game Boy Advance? We're really gonna have to stick with the game until we finish it. I don't know why we haven't. Oh, that's right. Nah. Metroid Fusion. Ooh. Yeah, there's so many games I want to play, but like considering, uh, I guess we can play some early days. Like I've been grinding. To try and get past my Valentine forever, and I can't seem to do it. She's so unbelievably rough that like I've really been struggling beating her for some reason. Uh he is the only person showing Nintendo games. Yeah, that is true. Like remember how the giant cope when Tears of the Kingdom came out was that like, well, no one's playing it on Twitch. Yeah, because like people are playing the actual game. Like, I mean, people don't like streaming Nintendo games because they want to play them. I don't know. I hate the Twitch thing. Not a fan of that at all. Ooh. I don't think I needed to play Bear Trap. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, I like the game, but it just gets so repetitive, just like grinding out these duels just so I can get like cards that aren't complete garbage. It just pisses me off. Like, why is it taking me so long to get like spells? Like, I don't think I have like one monster that's like over 2,000 attack points. That's like insane to me. Hmm. Yeah, I would not be surprised if I play more games than like most people in the gaming community. Like Scott the Waz is, people like that will tell you that they don't actually play a lot of games. I'm sure Arlo doesn't either. Like I think there's a reason why we don't see a lot of these people talking about Brothership is because like they haven't been playing it and haven't beaten the game yet. And I beat it within like 2 weeks. Because I actually played it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go to bed. Damn it, I'm so frustrated. Like 2 hours, really? I don't know. I guess I might get up early tomorrow and stream some more, but it's so frustrating. I want to do so much more on stream, but Giant Fleet, why doesn't it give me cards that aren't shit? What? How did that thing win? I don't understand how type advantages work in Yu-Gi-Oh. Because I swear they weren't really a thing back in the day. Yeah, my cards are getting here tomorrow, so we'll have to. I might do like a video or a stream like unpacking them all. I think it's gonna be like 24 booster packs or something like that. Like I think Yu-Gi-Oh cards are like a tad bit cheaper than Pokemon cards, which is kind of nice. I don't know. Pokemon cards are like way too expensive in my opinion. Yeah, you just like start destroying the opponents like faster and faster as you get like better cards. It's just like, well, why can't I move on if I'm that good at the game? Like it's just I don't like how the game like tries to pad itself out with like having to duel the same person multiple times and not letting you use your best cards and just uh, like I feel like it shouldn't take this much work to like get through a Yu-Gi-Oh game. I guess they want to get you addicted to the grind, but it's just ooh. Yeah, I'm really curious. Like, I really, really want to like build a deck filled with like an archetype that I really like, and I haven't decided on what it's gonna be because I'm mostly familiar with like older shitty cards. So like, kind of experimenting with modern Yu-Gi-Oh cards has been like this really interesting thing for me because like I don't really know what I like gravitate towards and what I want to play. So I think that's the goal for what I want to do like going forward is like actually put together like a deck that I'm happy with. Oh. The hell? Wait. Yeah, I should probably call it quits. I can't keep my eyes open. Yeah, that's how like tired I am. I can't even manage like 3 hour streams right now. Like, ah. Oh, I can actually use machine conversion. Okay. Cool. Can I use dark energy though? That's what I'm concerned about. Yeah, so get this. I can't play Spellbinding Circle. I can't play like quite a lot of my magic cards. Where the hell is? Can't use due to duelist level. Like, what are you talking about? It's a fucking card. Can't use the silver bow and arrow. Can't use the beast fangs. Like how high do you need it to be? Like, I'm so confused about like how this game sets itself up. It's just wait a minute. Like your trap cards go away after a turn. That's ridiculous. What are you talking about? I placed it so it would be there when. I hope Konami makes a comeback. I really think they can do it at this point. Like they've been doing all the right things, like releasing all these compilations and like hinting towards like new products. So yeah, I don't know. I We might be seeing like a big comeback for them the next decade. Trial of Nightmare. What's this? A lethal coffin for the living. Damn it. Yeah, yeah. I'm nostalgic for like classic Yu-Gi-Oh art, but I've been thinking lately that like old school monster designs aren't nearly as good as new ones. I don't know. I don't know how they get these people, but like one of the things I really love about Yu-Gi-Oh is just how like versatile all the art styles are and just how many like different kinds of monsters there are. I think it's kind of unmatched in that regard. Like Pokemon is kind of limited in what it can do because it has to use like existing Pokemon, but like and it has to like make sense in like the setting and stuff like that. But like Yu-Gi-Oh can kind of do whatever it wants, and that's kind of what I love about it. Uh, like you could have dinosaurs fighting harpies, and it's just it's so cool. I mean, I can see why I gravitated more to Yu-Gi-Oh as like a card game than the Pokemon TCG. Like I honestly feel like the Pokemon TCG might be a better game, but like Yu-Gi-Oh is just like superficially way more appealing because of just how like what I hate these fucking I hate that bullshit. Like, oh man, birds beat dinosaurs for some reason. That doesn't make any sense. I hate that bullshit. Okay, I really should be going to bed. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm bitching about like Yu-Gi-Oh instead of actually seven colored fish. Is he actually gonna be able to turn it around? Because I think I've lost all my good cards at this point. Yeah, when he plays something I can't get past, it's so frustrating because it's just like, well, I can't use my speller traps because the game won't let me use my speller traps. It's just idiot. Like the AI always puts everything in defense mode. Like every time that some like I put up a wall and that just leaves an opening for me to like just wreck him. It doesn't make any sense. Like why would you do that? So like he really should be able to win just by virtue of him like having a card that I can't get past, but like the AI is so exploitable. Like you don't even really think about it when it happens, but shit. Did I just do the same thing twice? Ah, fuck. Yeah, I want dark energy so I can start boosting my fiends again, like I did in the first game. Like that was my key strategy in the first game was just like boost my fiends, and it's just not possible here because the game takes so long for you to like get to the duelist level for you to use spells. It doesn't make any sense. many Arabies does he have? I think he's played like once, one already. I probably should have. Yeah, I want to keep. All right, let's go. I gotta end the. I gotta end the stream. I can't keep this up. What am I doing? I'm having so much fun, and yet like, I'm so depressed. Okay, like I'm never gonna get to this collection if like I have to keep ending the stream. Like, and like my duelist level is going. It's